If there ever was a movie, my ladies, you need a trigger warning for, it's this one. More triggering than actual real life is on a daily basis for women just trying to live. Hey all, my name is Sucharita. This is my channel where all my movie reviews and interviews now live. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you have, welcome back. Today we're talking about Maria Schrader's She Said, based on both the New York Times investigation of Harvey Weinstein and the subsequent book written by the journalist investigating Harvey Weinstein, Megan Twohey and Jodi Kantor. Women telling women's stories. More ways than one, to be honest.
I was silenced. I want my voice back.
Alright, so one of the biggest Hollywood producers, Harvey Weinstein, who's famously been thanked in Oscar-winning speeches nearly as much or more than God. But now, this man's legacy is that of a habitual sexual assaulter, a rapist, manipulator, bully, and a corrupt person. Two big exposes against Weinstein were published in 2017 simultaneously, one in the New York Times, on which this movie is based, the other by Ronan Farrow in the New Yorker, which also became a book and a podcast series, Catch and Kill, highly recommended. Both these stories also shared the Pulitzer Prize for Public Service, and one wonders if the eventual impact on Weinstein, he was fired, sentenced to 23 years, would have happened if both these stories hadn't broken simultaneously in two big publications.
This is bigger than Weinstein. This is about the system protecting abusers.
The movie She Said mentions a parallel investigation, but chooses to stay focused on Megan and Jodi, the people behind the professional journalists, how far they will go. Megan is pregnant with her first child when she's reporting on Donald Trump, and a brand new mother of a girl when she's reporting on Weinstein. Jodi is a mother of two daughters. They discuss postpartum depression very matter-of-factly. They have husbands who are not made out to be heroes of some kind for taking care of their own children. Both these women's conviction towards their work comes equally from journalistic ethics and equally from the hope to create a better world, where others can also have freedom to feel unafraid and supported like they do. So when you meet these women in the starting, they're strangers to one another. And by the end of their journey, the film wants you to feel just as close to these two as they do to each other, in a way only two women who've gone through shared trauma can experience. The screenplay by Rebecca Lankowitz, while respectful toward and admirable of the real-life work behind the story, it doesn't quite manage to make it a thrilling one. Admittedly, a story like this cannot and should not be sensational or salacious, but a movie investigating a story as culturally impactful and relevant and important such as this needs to leave that impression on its viewers, drive home just what was at stake here, not just for the people involved, but how the world would have continued to suffer, continued to become a darker place if the work had not been done.
We're all here, Harvey.
Who have you talked to?
Most of the heavy lifting in She Said is left to Carey Mulligan as Megan Twohey and Zoe Kazan as Jodi Kantor. Two fine performers who capture succinctly, without theatrics, what it's like to be women with high-stakes jobs and a family. In the story about and by women, men aren't allowed to be saviors or take away the spotlight in any way, frankly. The husbands and colleagues in this world are either supporters or bystanders as brave, talented, intelligent women set out to course correct. Frankly, another relief in this film is the lack of any actual sexual assault scenes, a major problem I had with the well-intentioned Luckiest Girl Alive, starring Mila Kunis also playing a New York Times journalist. And Blonde ke baare mein to baat hi mat karo. The writing here expects you to be familiar with the source material, the book, a little too well. In one scene, Jodi complains about being hounded by a woman named Diana Phillip, insisting that Jodi attend an event. The moment comes and goes, but for someone who's read either She Said or Catch and Kill, that name is instantly recognizable as the alias used by an Israeli spy to manipulate actress Rose McGowan, who was a Harvey Weinstein survivor, a whistleblower. The name is not popular enough to mean anything to anyone, Diana Phillip, but showing the investigative work that went into unearthing the truth behind this Diana Phillip perhaps would have made for a more memorable subplot, more sinister and hence more impactful. She Said it's still a very riveting watch because of how real all of it is. All of this literally just happened. The movie is a refresher on how this global reckoning called Me Too became popular in 2017 and 18, but also a reminder of how much is still left to do, how things remain the same. Despite its roomy, pensive to a fault screenplay, She Said delivers a few sucker punch moments designed to stay with you. A Trump phone call, real recordings featuring Weinstein coercing a woman, actor Ashley Judd playing herself, talking about her sexual assault, what she lost.
Hi, we're from the New York Times. I believe you used to work for Harvey Weinstein.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, she said is 10 employees or more if an organization has, it is required to have an ICC, माने Internal Complaints Committee, according to India's POSH guidelines, protecting women from sexual harassment at the workplace. Count the number of people in your company and ask your HR about POSH and ICC if it doesn't already exist. And not just the women watching this. My dude, my bros, uncles, I'm talking to you also. पूछो HR से. Channel को subscribe भी करें. Today we're also talking about Drishyam 2. My name is Sucharita. Thank you for stopping by.